Michele, could we chat about, just a little, chat about the rest of your books? Because how many are there in the series?
There's 10 in the series.
Okay.
So, and I think I've sort of had character arcs for all of them. I've planned that. I like planning.
Yes, yes.
I'm a planner. I don't know if it comes from being in the bridal industry or what, but it is.
No, planning is important. I think planning is important. A writer needs to plan everything.
Anyway, so so I've planned those. I have my plot lines, my storylines. I've got that. I've also got some particular seeding, because I just love Michael Connolly's books.
Yes, because he seeds.
He seeds, and he's a Harry Bosch character, and I just all of that. I love that, and Holly Cobham's another one where I just really love those kind of complicated books where you have to follow all the way through, and remember the details.
Yes.
So I know it's not for everybody, but that's
because I forget. If you had to tell me there was seeding in this series or that series, sorry,
anyway, so for me, I look, I've done that because I find that pleasurable. I mean, it's not a book about Down syndrome, and it's not a book for the Down syndrome community. It's a book that happens to have a character that has Down syndrome.
Right. Okay.
And essentially, I think more than anything else, it's an animal lovers book.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's the animals and the humanization of them, and their opinions.
And they count.
Yeah.
All of their opinions count in the book. I think that's awesome. They're all heard.
Yeah. I mean. I love, I call Daisy, in fact that's why we're filming at the Lamb.
Yes.
It's because in this particular pub a lot of conversations and plot lines and characterization was done, and chats over meals and stuff like that.
And we will be back here.
Yeah.
For a walk.
and the Lamb has been very kind because we got bad weather today to let us film here today. But yeah, so of that, I kind of think, I remember we were actually sitting at this table when we came up with the idea of Daisy being a sagacious cat.
Okay, yes. And sagacious is a big word.
Sagacious is a big word, but it's also one of those words that's not impossible for a child to say.
Yes.
And I remember sort of we were around the corner and we played around with a few names. I knew I wanted a name for one of my main characters. I wanted it to be 5 letters. I knew that because to me it looks good on a page, and it looks good on the business card, and it looks good if he's got his kit and all that kind of stuff. So I knew I wanted it to be 5 letters, and we went through all kinds of other options, and it came up with Oscar.
Okay.
And so, a lot of those decisions were made here, and the characterization. But I think more than anything, it is a book about animals, and about how we love our animals.
Yeah.
And how much joy they bring in our lives.
Yeah. I think the thing that appeals to me as well is that you haven't started the introduction to Oscar by saying that he has an extra chromosome. That only comes way at the end of the book. I know when I read the book, you had forewarned me that one of the characters has Down syndrome, and I read the book, and I was the whole way through I was wondering which one it was going to be. There's the obvious situation that he could talk to animals, but I didn't. I just put that as children's imagination. Yes, it's fiction, and he can talk to animals, whatever. But I never actually realized until he sat down and explained it. I didn't realize it was him
until Daisy lost his whisker.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was Oscar. So I just think you've done it really well in that you've included him as one of the characters.
And he is a person that has a presence, and he, and he adds a massive amount of flavour.
He does. I like the fact that he tells his mom his mom's name's Enid, isn't it?
Yes.
He tells her that he could actually make his own lunch.
Yes.
If the bread was sliced, he could make his own lunch.
And so I remember that, my uncle, I remember my grandfather teaching my uncle how to make sandwiches with sliced bread. And so that's part of the reason I put that section in. So, I know it's my baby. Yes. So I'm deeply affectionate, as most parents would be.
And then, there's one book that's not actually an adventure.
Okay. Well, there's actually 2 books that aren't.
Are there 2? Okay. I don't know them all.
Okay. So we have one which has to do with animal facts.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've also going to, in the series, do a cookbook.
Fabulous.
And just that really, I always loved the idea that Delia Smith did a book where she's basically, this is how you make an egg.
An egg is a thing in a round shell.
Yeah. But you know the basics of that.
Yeah.
And you were just talking, when we were in the car, you were talking about the fact is that you had that cookbook, that children's cookbook.
Yes.
So I kind of...
So basic, very basic, very simple.
I mean, you know, we were talking about the online community, and very graciously someone has said that she actually teaches young carers and people with disability to cook, and she would be happy to look through the cookbook, which is just so lovely and so generous, isn't it? It's so amazing.
Because I know you have a lot of recipes planned for that book. So
yeah, and I'm actually not the best cook myself, so I'm going to need guidance.
But I'm very keen to see how you do cheese toast.
Because
that's our favourite.
That's our favourite thing is cheese toasties.
Okay, well, thanks, Michele, and we're going to do another interview pretty soon, and we're going to talk about all characters. So keep them peeled.
Thank you.